which in doing so, they make a gauntlet after they come back to the past. I mean present. They come back to the present, and and then they have to bring the stones back where they found them because it's explained by Bruce Banner's. It was Bruce Banner's idea, and the ancient one, who is explaining that the Infinity Stones need to exist in these timelines to keep balance. And Banner says, "Wait, what if we just put them back in the same timeline after we finish using them?" And the ancient one, for some reason, didn't think of that. And so the ancient one agrees to helping Bruce Banner. So they get that Infinity Stone, which is the one that Doctor Strange gave Thanos an Infinity One, which I forget that name is called. Um, it's in the eye of Agamotto, and so yeah, um, Black Widow. After when they come back, Black Widow Black Widow is dead when everyone comes back from the time travel because Hawkeye has to break it to Black Widow, and some reason he stopped wanting to be Ronin and just went back to being Hawkeye once they got to Vormir. By the time they got to Vormir, he's Hawkeye again, not Black Widow, not Ronin, because he dresses like Hawkeye again and not Ronin, which is where Black Widow found him when he was doing Ronin stuff. And that's where when she brought him on board the time heist thing. And now Thor's character arc, which is the last character I want to mention, is he's depressed from basically failing the entire world, and he's not acting like himself and doesn't really see himself as a hero anymore. And then he talks to his mother from the past, and he also then he calls Mjolnir to see if he's still worthy. And he's shocked that he's still worthy, and he's so happy that he's still worthy of Will Mjolnir. So Thor starts acting like Thor again, and he wants to bring everyone back instead of Hulk doing it because he wants to do something good again. He wants to make things right. He wants to be a hero again, and he goes off with the Guardians of the Galaxy after Iron Man kills Thanos by snapping Thanos and his army out of existence from the past, Thanos from the past, and his army from the past, and he delivers this line, "I am Iron Man." And I am Iron Man, he delivers. After Thanos delivers the line, and I am inevitable. And then he says to Thanos back, and I am Iron Man. And he snaps, he snaps, and everyone, and the Avengers win, and but it was a sad lost cause. Actually, two lost causes because oh, it gets better. They have a funeral for Tony because he suffered a serious burn from the snap, and Pepper says to Tony, "You can rest now. We're gonna be okay." And Tony rests, and Amy, he made this little recording for everyone that's playing at his funeral. Explaining the Redskins stuff, and he recorded it just in case if he died. So I found it weird how they had me and Dad and Lydia found it weird how they had a funeral for Tony Stark, but not for Black Widow. Why? Because this might be hinting at some sort of future where Black Widow returns from the dead and they'll re-elect director from the dead and blah blah blah. That's my guess. And that is the overcrowded, overcluttered Endgame. That's a pretty... What's the high comment? Decent or okay? Decent is movie. And is it great as everyone thinks it is? Not really. It's not the best Marvel film. It has the potential, but it's lacking to be the best Marvel film in this execution. That's what the problem is in how it's decided to really kind of execute those things, and yet, and I'm just going to say I felt more sad, cried more tears when Black Widow died than Tony died, probably because I haven't gone over the trauma that is the first Iron Man film, where Robert Downey made the worst movie of his career, and by giving a stale, bland performance like Brie Larson from Captain Marvel movie. So I have really, really bad mixed feelings about this film. I'm leaning more to it's good though, and I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. Is slightly below average. I know it's the execution of these ideas, the fact that not everyone feels fully fleshed out and fully thought of character and of using, or it's the fact this is just the ugliest looking Marvel film ever to hit the big screen. You know, this is a fact uglier color than the last Airbender movie by M. Night Shyamalan. It's lacking, like, the last Airbender movie has more color than this movie. Has more coloring and people are okay with that. But I'm not. I'm not. I'm just glad the Russos never have to do another Marvel film again. So if that means I have to like so though if that means what I think it means, then I say that the future probably might not be too bad. Unless you're the Avengers. Then the future's just mediocre at best. And forgettable. But nice. Because whenever it comes to the Russos, I just want to talk about the Russos right now. Brothers, the Russo brothers, for some reason, Endgame suffered from this the most. Because the most recent one from the Russos. Since going back to Captain America Civil War, I mean, Captain America The Winter Soldier, although they did do Civil War also, and Avengers Infinity War, the Russo make the most bizarre choice to make the color grain that looks like concrete. At best way to describe it, because I like this guy did this like very time about all the coloring what's Marvel films are missing. It's the fact that they make the films look ugly. But I come to realize that's not all Marvel films, that's just really the Russos at best. Marvel films don't have a color grading problem, but it's really worse. It's really at its peak of the shit level of making it look ugly, is when the Russos always have their hands on the job. It's like amazingly bad, amazingly haunting, comic book look of a nightmare. Because I'm just going to tell you something. Comic book looks are supposed to be colorful, and colorful, and the colors are supposed to pop. No matter if it's dark, gritty color looking, no matter if it's dark, gritty, or lighthearted and campy, the colors are supposed to pop. and that can't be more true. That can be nothing could be more true when it comes to reading an Avengers comic. Will I ever get the Avengers some of my dreams? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. I'm definitely not for live action. That's never going to happen. I just give up on the Avengers. I'm giving up on the Avengers. I mean, on the right side, here Marvel's going to make a Lego universe in animated form, just like DC is working on it. They're in Universal is negotiating who owns Marvel, who owns Disney. I'm negotiating the people who make the Lego movies. Are negotiating money issues because they want to make a Lego Marvel universe. So maybe they don't get the Avengers from I always wanted. What do you think, Miss Comer? Well, I hope because my heart feels kind of empty inside and kind of very depressive for this. And my spirits have never been more broken. uh, mm, bye.